Mauricio Pochettino openly comes out and puts his foot down and tells the world, listen, I'm the right man for the job. He made 4 comments in his press conference today, back to back to back. And they were evidently, I've listened to what the fans are saying online. I've listened to what the owners want to hear. I'm going to tell you what I demand. Then we had an Ornstein bomber. Ornstein came out with 2 pieces of news. Pochettino is not going to get any more new responsibilities or new influence in the transfer window. I'm going to tell you why. And finally, Thiago Silva is going to be leaving the club in the summer. A lot of people are celebrating. I'm going to ask you, why are you celebrating? Because I'm going to explain to you why this is potentially a disaster. And finally, a lot of people were very upset about Lewis Hall. A lot of people were screaming from the rooftops, climbed on top of Big Ben and were yelling, oh my God, we have sold Lewis Hall. He's not coming back. Well, it looks like he might be. I'm going to explain why Eddie Howe confirms it, and we need to talk about it in detail and what this means. Oh, one more thing, Christopher Nkunku is back. He's confirmed and he's going to be playing. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Kavkas View, BRATUXI. You guys saw the running order. You know what we're going to be talking about. And one thing that you guys need to do right now before we get started is hit the like button. I need 1,000 likes on this video because Christopher Nkunku is actually finally back. Unless something horrible happens in the next 24 hours. Then you need to subscribe. Listen. This channel will give you the best community that you can interact with. We'll give you all the reliable information. We'll not sugarcoat it, and I will not waste your time. So once you guys subscribe, now we can get to 31,600 people, which is mad, and you get your news. I want to start with the Pochettino press conference because Mauricio Pochettino's press conference today was one of a man that had a point to prove. And what he said initially in that press conference, the 4 things that we need to talk about. Number 1, he said, I know how to win trophies. I didn't do it at Spurs, but I did it at PSG. I know how to win league titles. And this project is something I want to bring to that level. He was very open. He was honest. And he almost had to stand there, pump his chest and say, listen, you're going to give me some respect. I've heard what you guys are saying. I've heard everyone calling me a yes man, calling me Spursy gaffer, but I'm not that guy. I have won stuff in my career. Respect me. That was the first thing that was very, very evident. The second thing, he was very clear in when he reiterated, can you hear my voice? There was a lot of shouting. He's basically trying to make it clear, big man, it's not acceptable the way the results have been at Chelsea Football Club at this moment in time. I have let them know. There's been a lot of undermining of Pochettino's authority. Everyone is pointing to Graham Potter. Everyone wants to paint him with the same brush. Everyone wants to come across like Pochettino is a weak manager, a yes man. He was just planted there and he's not going to have any influence. He's going to have no say. Do your job, shut up. That's what everyone thinks is happening. He was very quick to reiterate. He said, you see my voice? I've lost it because I've been doing a lot of shouting. Then he also put his money where his mouth is. He said, we will be a success. I'm not crazy. I am telling you, we will be a success. And this is a manager that either A, is fighting for his back because he knows he has to come out strong, or B, the big one. I think this is a manager that understands this is an unprecedented situation he's in. He's got good tools. He's got owners that want to back him. He's got money. And he believes he's got the capability to bring this team to fruition. And finally, I think this was very big. And nobody wants to talk about this. His allowance of the party. And he basically stood there like Chris Broussard says, 10 toes on the floor. He said, I allowed the party. I told them they can do it. It was my decision. And the reason is, and he explained it, when you get so many different people from different cultures, so many different environments coming into one place, they don't know each other. How can you bond and be a team if you don't know each other? We went for a meal. Then I allowed them to go out. This is basically the father of the family, the man of the household coming out and saying, listen, at the end of the day, I'm in charge, or the woman, subject to what house you're in. Sometimes the mum is the figurehead in the household. I'm allowing you to go out. So go and do your thing, but behave. Juízo. If any of you speak Portuguese, you know that ones. And more importantly, for me, this is important. Poch has been very deflective in recent weeks. I need him to take some responsibility. This is him taking responsibility. This is him appreciating the role that he's in. And he knows this is a Chelsea job. No excuses. Pochettino was also very transparent that we've picked up more injuries. Mark Cucurella is going to see a specialist. Reece James is going to see a specialist, and we're going to decide what to do with him next. And now Robert Sanchez is out. I did a little quick mock, and I wanted to talk about the injuries that we have prior to getting involved with the rest of the video. Look at this team that is injured. You're going to have Sanchez in goal. Back three of Chalobah, Fofana, Cucurella. Midfield four, you're going to have Malo Gusto, Reece James, Leslie Ogochukwu. Left-hand side, you're going to have Ben Chilwell. Noni, Noni, one more player, and then Christopher Nkunku. That's everyone that was injured this week. That's absolutely mad. Some of them are going to make the game tomorrow. I don't know how fit and healthy they are. It's crazy to me. Then he spoke about Robert Sanchez, and this is the one that we need to talk about in great detail. Robert Sanchez is out for a few weeks, which means Petkovic is going to have to step up. A lot of people have a lot of confidence, a lot of excitement. I've got pure fear. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know nothing about Petkovic. I don't know whether Petkovic is good. I don't know whether Petkovic is bad. I don't know if Petkovic is Sunday League level. I don't know whether he's Chelsea Champions League level. I don't know. So I can't give you a direct opinion and calm your minds, because I am not calm myself. But Pochettino said we bought him for a reason. He's been with us for 5 months. This is his opportunity. He needs to step up. And this, for me, is very nice to hear. He needs to step up. At Chelsea, you step up. He said the same about Maatsen. I respect him. He was part of the team. He showed me good signs in pre-season. Now he needs to step up. Maatsen, you want to stay at Chelsea. You want a new contract. Big man, you need to step up now. This is the time for you to step up. That's my personal opinion. Then he spoke about Reece James. And this was very evident how defensive he was of this gentleman. He said, we need to support Reece. He's our captain. Psychologically, mentally, this is demoralizing. This will destroy anyone. Come back, go out. Come back, go out. Come back, go out. We even tried to manage his minutes, and this was very evident with the way they integrated it. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 60 minutes, and then starts. And for me, this is so important when you look at it big picture. Reece James is not good enough anymore with his health to play consistent minutes. The machine's broken. Like, his body is broken. We need to find a way to fix it. And I was listening to a great podcast called Chelsea Hour, if any of you want to go check it out. And they said it perfectly. Ruben Loftus-Cheek got a lot of criticism at the start of his career for always being in. Now he's fully fit. Now he does not struggle with injuries as much. He's playing at Milan regularly. We can't give up on Reece James. We've got cover, Malo Gusto. We need to back Reece James to recover and give him all the time he needs. He's the captain of Chelsea. He is proper blue. He signed an 8-year contract or 6-year contract to maintain his future at this football club when many other players didn't. We need to trust in him. Christopher Nkunku's back, and Pochettino is very quick to say, I don't want to put all the pressure on him, but it's very nice to have him back. And I'm in the same boat. We've spoken about this on many occasions. Nkunku gives us a boost. He gives us some experience that we need. We've got Sterling, Nkunku, and then you can rotate between Jackson, Palmer and Mudryk. All of a sudden, your front three is looking very deep. All of a sudden, it's the front three I wanted to have this season. However, the injury has really prevented us from having the experience and the consistency. I don't know whether we're going to beat Sheffield United. I can't tell you that with confidence. But I know we have to get 3 points. We have to. We don't get 3 points, Pochettino's job is in danger. I'm not even exaggerating. One reason I do think Pochettino's job might not be in danger is because they're already talking about the January window without him or with him. They're saying he's not getting any new power. And when I say there, I'm talking about David Ornstein, who in my opinion has been given information from Chelsea Football Club or some agents in and around Chelsea Club, because where else is he going to come up with his opinion? Ornstein is very reliable. Like, when you look up Ornstein, he's one of the most reliable ones. There's a reason Liga calls him Ornstein Bomba. Like, when it comes out, everyone goes, okay, he's one of a kind. Okay, he knows what he's talking about. It's very important. So when he comes out with information like Pochettino is not getting any more responsibility in January window, it's the directors and the owners. And for me, that's a good thing. I don't like Pochettino's selection of players. Pochettino likes players that are robust. He likes players that are athletes, and he likes players that are not the most technically secure. I think to be a good team, you need to have technical security. You need to have the ability to get down and dirty, but at the same time, if I need to control the ball, I can. And I don't think Pochettino's selection of players are like that. Pochettino liked Conor Gallagher, Sissoko's, Wanyamas. I don't think they're the players I want to build a team around. For me, they're just not the caliber of players I want him purchasing at Chelsea Football Club. Yes, Pochettino is the manager, but I think Pochettino can get the best out of a Moises Caicedo, out of an Enzo Fernandez, Romeo Lavia, Leslie Ogochukwu, very decent on the ball. I don't think people give him enough credit for how good he is on the ball. That's the type of players. Carney Chukwuemeka, that's who I want to see. So for me, this is kind of a good news. The bad news is we need experience, and it looks like Thiago Silva won't be staying. Thiago Silva will be moving on in the summer. That is an Ornstein exclusive that he said. And more importantly, what is worrying is what the hell are we going to do? Maybe this explains why they're trying to go get an experienced centre-half. I personally think we need another one. Because if Silva leaves and Disasi's nowhere near as good as everyone wanted him to be from the outset, you can't just trust Levi Colwill and Badiashile. Because Wesley Fofana, you can't trust him. His body's broken. Like, he's another one. You can't depend and build around him because you don't know what's going to happen. He's had 3 injuries since he's been at Chelsea Football Club. He's been here 2 years. Oh, no, a year and a half. Like, it's mad. He spent more time injured than playing. He's not a Chelsea footballer at this moment in time. So we need to move on. We need to learn. We need to develop. And then we can actually go forward. But I am a little bit worried that the same sporting directors that got us into this mess, they might double down and want to go double more youth. And that would be horrible. The final piece of news is very interesting. And when I say interesting, is because a lot of people have really asked a lot of questions of why Chelsea sold Lewis Hall. Well, Chelsea didn't just sell Lewis Hall. Chelsea loaned him out with an obligation to buy as long as certain criteria got met. And it looks like these criteria haven't been met and aren't going to get met purely based on what Eddie Howe is saying. So Newcastle apparently have FFP issues. We know that, right? The reason they have FFP issues is because they've been making a lot of loss, their revenue's been low, and now that they're starting to spend a little bit more money, they need to generate more revenue to make sure that the club is financially stable and they can go and splash the cash. One thing they can't do, because they went out of Europe, is generate that European money anymore. They're no longer in the Europa League, nor are they in the Champions League, so 28 million on a prospect that is the 3rd choice left back after Dan Burn and Livramento is not a good idea for Newcastle United. Eddie Howe in a press conference basically said he can't confirm that the obligation for Lewis Hall to purchase him is actually going to be activated. For me, this is great news. Lewis Hall is a great footballer. The reason he's not playing is because they don't want to activate the clause, not because he's not good enough. He can't get into a team at the moment where there's Joe Linton and Bruno Guimaraes. That makes sense. Yes, Miley's playing, but at the same time, I told you, they don't want to pay £28 million for a youth prospect at the moment. So if he comes back to Chelsea, whoop-de-doo, great news. We'll take him back with open hands. Then try to move on Cucurella this time. Like, that is the deal. Like, if you're going to move on Ian Maatsen and you're going to move on Cucurella, Lewis Hall is not a problem in this team. He is somebody that is an asset. He can play midfield, he can play left back. He should be playing for Chelsea Football Club this season. We should have kept him. We aren't a great side as it is. So for me, a Lewis Hall adds only to this team. That's my personal opinion. Let me know your thoughts. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. By the way, tomorrow, we're going to have a review straight after the game. Make sure you're here. Hit that bell notification, because recently, the notifications haven't been going out to everyone, or you guys aren't hitting it. Let me know with a pineapple in the bottom if you have their bell notification on. If you don't, drop a red apple and tell me that will indicate why, all right? So a pineapple if you have the bell notification on, green apple, red apple if you don't. Peace out, I'm out. Have a lovely day.